Here are some of the most wild examples of fine-tuning. First of all, there's the gravitational constant. If gravity were even slightly stronger or weaker, by 1 part in 10 to the 40th power, stars wouldn't form properly, and without stars, there's no life. It's like having a billion dice and them all landing on 6. The cosmological constant. This governs the expansion of the universe. If it were just a fraction different, by 1 part in 10 to the 120th power, the universe would either collapse on itself or expand too rapidly for galaxies to form. Both scenarios equal no life. The strong nuclear force. This holds the nuclei of atoms together. If it were just 2% stronger or weaker, no stable elements would exist. The electromagnetic force. If this force were even slightly off, atoms couldn't hold together. Forget about water, carbon, or any building blocks for life.
Yes, a lot of these variations do sound incredibly small, although physicists disagree, like I said, on the exact numbers. But still, many do sound incredibly small. But here's the problem. Incredibly small compared to what? We have no idea what the possible ranges for these values might be. If you imagine that these fundamental constants could be anything at all, then sure, this sounds incredibly fine-tuned. But imagine that you have a constant whose value is measured to be 1. If the value is more than 1.001, then toilet bowls don't flush. If it's less than 0.999, then toilet bowls don't flush. Call it the universal flush constant. So a change of 1 part in 1,000 would make toiletry impossible. That constant seems fine-tuned for toilets, sure. But what if the flush constant actually can only adopt a range of 0.998 to 1.002? Values outside this range are actually impossible because of physical constraints that we don't know about yet. Then it no longer looks fine-tuned at all. In fact, fully 50% of the range of the flush constant is consistent with effective toiletry. So this all hangs on what values of these constants are actually possible, and we don't really know that, so far as I understand. Nothing stops us from imagining that these values could be anything at all, but we don't know that's true. And there's no basis for assuming it to be true either.